Though not martyrs, these boys and girls are giving up a year of their lives. They've joined VSO, Voluntary Service Overseas.
And there are many questions to be asked and answered.
Do you think the heat's going to trouble you?
Well, I've always liked all the hot weather I've ever come across so far, so I hope not.
What kind of clothes did you find the most useful?
Well, since it's very hot and your clothes get very dirty, you have to have something that's very tough to stand up to continual washing.
Like denim.
Yes, denim or strong cotton is ideal.
Paddy, to what extent did the people you worked with and the West African administration seem glad of the presence of volunteers?
Oh, they seemed very pleased indeed. When we got to the ministry, finally, we had a lot of trouble finding them. They welcomed us very warmly, although they clearly didn't know about our existence before we got there.
What's the beer like out there, Paddy?
This is the beginning of a period of new excitements, of new experiences. The most rewarding of which is the feeling that, even at the outset of adult life, you have something to give, something that will be of use to somebody other than yourself.
Life in a barriada isn't quite the same as it was at rugby. It's extremely pleasant. You have to get used not to having all mod cons. But the only thing I really object to, actually, is having flies on my nose when I wake up in the morning.
The airport at Ndola is the base for Zambia's Flying Doctor Service, where a Bristol University graduate in electronics, Colin Hargis, has the job not only of maintaining the service's radio equipment, but also of training a Zambian to take over his job. One of the improvements that Colin has already made has been the introduction of pedal radios. These are extremely useful in a country where there's no regular electricity supply outside of the main cities. His is the satisfaction of seeing his recommendations put into practice and of achieving concrete results.
Korea is a land with a great history of learning and culture. Although most of the universities are co-educational, there is one, Iwa, given over solely to women. And it is here that bearded Terry Staples finds himself in very pleasant surroundings indeed. There is so much to do and see in Korea, and Martin Milot has become a keen photographer. Who would blame him when subjects like this New Year festival abound? The object, of course, is for one girl to make the other fall off. Life for the volunteers is not always arduous.
3 British and a Swede, have formed a group.
We've got the local jazz band in town, which I'm a member of. I actually drum for these people. It's quite a laugh, you know. We really enjoy ourselves.
Yes, that's the life of a volunteer. From George Macpherson, very much a part of Africa, to the cloistered calm of a Korean university. The need is there, and more people are needed from Britain to meet it.